Salve galera, beleza? Estou na Games com Latam, estou em frente a um mega stand do Pokémon GO, onde está rolando diversas ativações. Vou mostrar um pouquinho para vocês tipo, o que está rolando nesse stand. E eu consegui uma entrevista exclusiva com o diretor do Pokémon GO, o Steranka, e ele falou sobre várias coisas do Pokémon GO, inclusive a migração da Niantic para a Scopoli. Então já aproveita, se inscreve no canal, segue nas outras redes sociais. Vamos embora que eu vou mostrar um pouquinho para vocês do que está rolando nesse stand e em seguida já a entrevista com o Michael, hein? Tamo junto! Tem diversas mesas ensinando TCG, muito legal. Além disso, tem uma lojinha muito bacana com itens americanos, que normalmente não tem nas lojas aqui do Brasil. Ó, latinhas exclusivas que, ó, das Evolutions. Tem também, ó, vem essa bolsinha que é bem top, tem uma aqui, ó, montada. Muito legal essa bolsa aqui. Ó, que é um deck box. Tem algumas outras coisas também, ó. Essa daqui também, esse pacote também, essas cartas são americanas. Deixa eu mostrar um pouco mais do outro lado. Olha esse R da Rocket, que é muito top. Esse R ficou muito legal. Tem booster box americana também. Pelo que o Kinoshita falou, que ele manja de TCG, ele falou que tá com um preço muito bom para ser pacote americano, hein? Aqui tem mais latinhas, tem booster box, tem esse kit que ele vem com 2 boosters de uma coleção mais antiga, né? E ele vem com uma borracha, cara. Mas é tão bonito o Pokémon que vem, cara, que dá nem vontade de usar, mano. Uma borracha, cara. Eu ia guardar, né? Mas as crianças usam, né? Mas é uma borracha mesmo, muito top. Aqui no instante é que você pode desafiar um recruta da equipe Rocket e se você vencer ele, você ganha um prêmio. Tá aqui, ó, nosso amigo Áureo Cedezer, tá de recruta da equipe Rocket, esperando alguém para ser desafiado. Aí, ó, quem disse que recruta da equipe Rocket não manda mensagem no WhatsApp?
Encontrar com os PVP.
Não, é que assim, é que o que os recrutas da equipe Rocket fazem quando não tá disputando nada. Justo. Mostrei pra vocês um pouco do stand de Pokémon, que tá bem top. Agora eu vou dar mais um rolê pela Games com Latam, mostrar um pouco do evento pra vocês. E na sequência vamos pra entrevista com o Steranka, que ficou muito legal. Bora lá então, vamos curtir mais um pouco do evento, que tá show de bola, é isso. Salve galera, estamos aqui com o Steranka, fazer algumas perguntas em relação ao jogo, em relação ao cenário de Pokémon, e estou muito feliz de estar nessa entrevista sobre a transição da Scopoli, entrando na frente do Pokémon GO. Veremos alguma mudança na experiência para o jogador?
We're going to continue building the game that we want to build in a way that we want to build it. And what's going to really happen is Scopely is going to help enable us to do even more than we've been able to do before. You know, more bigger live events and grow the game in ways that maybe wouldn't be possible previously. So I think that this is actually going to be a really great change, not just for the games side of Niantic, so Pokémon GO, Monster Hunter, Pikmin Bloom, but I think it's also going to be great for our platform side at Niantic Spatial, because they will also now have the dedicated attention on making the most amazing AI platform that they can make. So I really think that, you know, from my POV, this is one of the best things that could happen for Pokémon GO.
Já podemos esperar mudanças nesse segundo semestre?
Well, of course, very soon we're going to enter our Go Fest season, so that's always my favorite time of the year. Whether you're able to make it to one of the 3 in-person Go Fests or participate anywhere around the world globally, we've always got, amazing surprises and experiences in store for players. We also have, some incredible features that we've been working on that I can't share with you right now, but are set to launch later this year. So once we're able to tell you more, we'll be doing that as soon as we can. There are things that I'm personally very, very excited about, and I think that there are things that our players are going to really love as well.
Aqui nessa parte eu perguntei sobre os erros do PVP e muitas reclamações em campeonatos oficiais e instabilidade. Se já tem alguma ação para alguns ajustes futuros.
Yeah, PvP is my personal favorite feature in Pokémon GO. I play way too much. I think, my wife would prefer that I don't play as much as I do. And I'm proud to say that I've hit Legend every season since PvP first launched in the game. So when players share some of their frustrations about some instability or inconsistencies in PvP, I feel that personally because I also experience a lot of the same challenges. As you can imagine, building a smooth, competitive system like we have in Pokemon GO is incredibly challenging. We're connecting players all over the world with different levels of internet connectivity in a system that requires half-a-second turns. And once you start to think about it, it's almost a miracle that we've been able to create the system in the way that we have to date. That being said, we know that there can sometimes be issues in that system, and I am happy to share with you that it's something that the team is really investing in right now, and I'm hoping that before the end of this year, we'll be able to improve a lot of the stability in PvP in Pokémon GO.
Aqui eu perguntei sobre monetização e acúmulo de sistemas pagos. Hoje, na visão de muitos treinadores, temos um acúmulo de ingressos pagos semanais de eventos. Exemplo, tickets mensais, passe de batalha, premium. Existe algum plano de equilibrar melhor o conteúdo gratuito e o conteúdo pago?
Yeah. I'm actually quite proud of how Pokemon GO, at its base level, has remained a truly free-to-play game. If you compare it to a lot of other mobile, free-to-play experiences out there, in a lot of other games, it's actually a lot more necessary to spend money to get the things that you want. Whereas in Pokemon GO, I truly feel like a lot of the paid components are optional. So even though we've introduced more tickets in the game over time, I think it's safe to say that none of those tickets are required to enjoy Pokemon GO. And in fact, a lot of players, most players, don't spend money in the game and, still play 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so I definitely understand that there might be concerns from players just seeing the number of tickets that are in the game. But for us, we want to provide that opportunity for players who do want to spend money and get more out of the game that they love, while still maintaining the baseline experience as something that's truly free for anybody to enjoy.
E é claro que eu fiz a pergunta de milhões, né? Sobre o Hyper Train, que apareceu em várias minerações do código e a comunidade está animada, que é a famosa mecânica de você subir seus status ao máximo do seu Pokémon, deixando ele 100%. Perguntei sobre a data de previsão e se existe alguma coisa que ele pode falar sobre a mecânica. Bom, ele respondeu que não poderia falar sobre isso agora, mas tudo bem, a gente fez a pergunta.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just sort of rumor and speculation, so it's not something that I can comment.
A América Latina é um dos maiores mercados do Pokémon GO no mundo, tanto que nossos eventos aqui no Brasil reunindo 20 mil treinadores e com os maiores safaris, e tudo isso graças aos esforços da equipe BR e Latam. Existe alguma possibilidade de termos algum grande evento vindo para o Brasil, como o Área Selvagem ou o Go Fest?
Well, actually, I'll pass the mic to Alan to take on a question like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely would love to bring more and more experiences to Brazil. We just had a city safari in Brazil in December. You were there with us, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. And if you look at things, the very first live event that we did in Latin America was actually in Brazil, in Porto Alegre in 2019. So Brazil is definitely that level of importance it has for us, and believe me, I'm also the first to ask Michael this very same question. But of course, I think like a Go Fest, a wild area, is something that we would love to bring everywhere, but it's a very complex type of event. You need to find a park, you need to find connectivity, you need to find the right partners. When you look at all the things that need to happen to make that a reality, there's really not that many places in the world really to have an event like this. So what we have to think about is okay, it would be great to have a Go Fest everywhere, but what else can we do while we explore those options? And we have found really interesting answers to this question in the shape of regional events like the one we had with in Fortaleza just a couple months ago in Go Tour, or the regional championships that TPCI is doing, and how we can provide an experience to players that is a Pokémon GO experience in the smaller cities that maybe have never had any type of in-game celebration or in-game activation of these sorts. Events like City Safari, which is a really exciting new format that we definitely plan to expand on, and of course Brazil is definitely always in the top of mind of candidates for this. So while we have nothing to announce at this point, I would definitely ask all of our trainers in LATAM to stay tuned, because we are constantly looking for more and more cities and more places where we can bring all type of experiences, from community days, supporting communities with kids, all the way through city safaris and bigger events. So just keep showing up at events, because that's definitely what makes it more, hearing the feedback from trainers, seeing the attendances at the parks. That's the kind of thing that our trainers can really support this goal. Like if trainers in Sao Paulo have never done all the crazy things in Ibirapuera, we would never have had a city safari there, right? And we did, and we closed the event at Ibirapuera Park, and it was amazing. So that's the kind of thing where community really plays a part. So just keep going to events and let's see what happens.
Gostaria de agradecer. Muito obrigado, Mike. Muito obrigado, Alan. Foi ótima entrevista. Agradeço mesmo.
Thank you for all your passion that you bring to the game and for being a community leader yourself. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.